Why do the #1 archers in the world choose the proven brands of True Ball Release and Excel Sights? Because they want to win.
I will prevail.
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 And welcome back to the Lancaster Archery Classic 2017. Chuck Cooley with PJ Riley. And we are here at the Lancaster Archery Classic here at the True Ball XL Archery Hall. That's located in the Spooky Nook Sports Complex just outside of Lancaster Archery. What an amazing venue. This place is huge. Awesome. It's 17 acres under one roof, 750,000 square feet, 2 restaurants, a hotel, climbing walls, all sorts of stuff. And we happen to be hosting a World Championship event right here. We've watched all sorts of pro shooters yesterday and today. We've had an extremely successful live broadcast. This morning we came out of the gate with Masters, Open Pro, Women's Recurve, Men's Recurve. We just watched Brady Ellison win his first championship.
First one.
Against Chris Duenas, both Olympic archers. We're going to run out and get a quick interview here while these young men get started for the Youth Open Male.
Youth Open, yes.
Trevor has chosen to shoot first. Trevor, your whistle will begin the 30 seconds for you. Yes, you may load ahead of time, both of you. When Trevor arrow hits the target, your 30 seconds will start, Eli. Okay? When his arrow hits, your next 30 seconds will start. So while he's shooting, you want to be reloading and getting ready. Okay?
Trevor Silverson and Eli Hughes. Those are our 2 competitors up here.
Right, and I think it's important what Rob was doing right there is he was explaining to the guys how the loading procedure and how the clock process works, because it's a little different than it is with World Archery in that they can load the bow ahead of the time. They don't have to wait for the buzzer. As soon as they shoot their arrow, they can actually load and get ready for the next shot.
You see Eli starting off with a 9. Oh, that was Trevor the first.
Trevor that started with a 9. Eli comes out of the gate with a 10. Eli from our good friend George Riles' shop, the Archery Learning Center down in Snellville, Georgia. Probably going to be just off of the 10 there. It looks like it's out just a little bit too far. Eli comes out of the gate strong with his first 10. Beautiful looking shot. Centers the 11 there on that one. He's got that classic form that George Riles teaches down there at his facility. These kids, his kids especially, very, very experienced tournament archers. This should be very, very easy for them.
They look comfortable up there. I'm sure the nerves are getting to them, but
Trevor definitely needs to give that a little bit of a click. All 3 of his shots on the right side of the target. Little low there probably for Eli. That probably won't catch the 10, but we'll get some words here after we get the official scoring to see how that's going to turn out.
With Eli having an edge. Trevor, how's it feeling up there?
You know, it's different. It's different. I've never shot Lancaster before, but I like it. I've never shot spots that much, but this whole setup, I like it. It's different, and I like it.
Well, you had a fantastic weekend coming up to here, and obviously you shot incredibly well in the eliminations to earn your right to be up here on the stage. Where are you from?
I'm from Michigan.
Michigan, and what club do you shoot out of?
Usually Livingston. Yeah, you guys have put a great shoot together. It's ran pretty much flawlessly, so I'm just having a great time, and I'm glad just to be here on the last day.
Well, congratulations for being here. It's fun to watch you work. How old are you, Trevor?
I would be 15.
You're just 15?
Yes, sir.
Very nice shooting. Let's give Trevor a hand, 15 years old. Eli, where are you from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. I see you have a Hornet shirt, Grives Archery Learning Center. Did you get down there to train with him?
Oh yeah, I go down there all the time.
Very good, very good. Well, congratulations for making it this far and earning your right to the stage. How old are you?
I just turned 17.
Just turned 17. Very good. Let's give Eli a hand.
17 and 15 years old. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, some nice words there from Trevor. You know, we watched him shoot yesterday, and really saw a stellar performance out of him.
You mentioned that he's from the Archery Learning Center, Griv, George Riles IV. Griv is certainly an awesome coach, well respected in this industry. Everybody who's...
Oh, man, George does a great job. He has a great program down there. These kids come from all over the country. They call them the Hornets. That's the Archery Learning Center thing. And that color, that jersey that he's got on, that's the signature look from all of those students, all of those people that support that program.
Griv started doing compound camps at Lancaster Archery Academy.
Another 11.
Last year. And when he announces that we're going to have him up there, it's sold out within days.
I was lucky enough to take that class this past year, and I learned so much. I've been in the game 20 years, and I learned a ton. My game has really improved just by going to that. Look at that. Eli pops a 33 there.
Yeah.
Really great shooting out of him.
That's excellent.
We'll see if Trevor can match it up here.
I'm sure George is watching somewhere.
Guaranteed he's got this on some big screens down in his range, down at the shop, to see how his kids are doing.
Again, you seem to have found your groove already.
Yeah, feeling good.
Very good, very good. Let's talk about your gear. What bow, what sight and scope?
So I have a Freak Show extended bar, Hoyt Podium, True Ball Excel sight with a CR scope, Bee Stinger stabilizers, and
What release are you running?
Stan.
Stand, shoot off, release. Very nice. Well, it seems to be working for you. Nice shooting. You seem very relaxed. That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Trevor.
Okay,
You're shooting a PSE, a CBE sight, CBE scope, and a trophy taker rest. What release are you shooting?
A HT True Ball.
An HD True Ball. Very good. Very good. Well, nice shooting, guys. You guys are showing incredible poise. Got a 5-point lead for Eli Hughes, 64-59.
Okay, we're back. Getting their arrows set. We have a 5-point difference here. Eli 64, Trevor's 59.
And he's chosen to go first. Being the archer that's in the lead, he has the option to either go first or defer to the other archer and let them start. But I just about guarantee exactly why. He wants to come out of the gate, put the pressure on, get an arrow downrange, get it in the middle, and let his competitor see that. Make him match that up.
As you and I talked yesterday.
Beautiful follow through on that. Dang, he wasn't rewarded with that arrow didn't land as good as it looked like it should have landed.
We said yesterday you don't want to pay attention to what your competitor's doing, but you do.
But I think you do. You know, I think no matter what, you glance over there, you see it. And in this event, you know, Rob is announcing those arrows.
Sure.
So it comes over the PA. You know, if your competitor shoots an 11, he's going to say it out loud. You're going to hear it. You don't even have to look. You know.
Look at that.
Nice match. Center punch that one. Great shot from Trevor. See if Eli can put another 33 down range, and he does.
I think he does.
A 33 back-to-back, and that'll take his lead through this end as well. Hopefully Trevor can get a 32 out of this. Ooh, that's going to be just close. Hopefully that's going to hold. We'll wait for the judges to get a look at that one.
Eli, another perfect end. Boy, let's give him a hand. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Look solid as a rock, man.
Yeah, everything feels pretty good. You know, shots are breaking right when they need to. So,
What did you have in your qualifying round?
648.
648. Very nice shooting. Very nice shooting. You must have had some incredible matches during the elimination rounds then.
Yeah, they were pretty intense. Shot against some good people.
Yep.
Do you get to practice much match play, 12-hour matches and whatnot at home?
Well, I go to a few leagues, and then whenever I go down to Georgia, we shoot matches all the time. So.
Very good. I want to make a point to everyone. If you're training for a tournament like this, where you have elimination matches, it's very, very important to practice under as much pressure as you can put yourself in those 12-hour matches. Connor and Casey, for instance, I have them shooting hundreds of matches in preparation for this against each other. And there's nothing that compares to match practice like that. Steel sharpens steel.
I think that costs Rob a lot of money, too, these matches that he does. I talked to him about it yesterday, and he said that Connor and Casey, they negotiated a deal. He was going to pay him 50 cents for every X or every 11 that they hit. Connor countered that offer with $1 for every 11 that they hit. So Rob counter-offered with $1 for every 8 that they hit. He said it still costs some money because they don't hit enough 8s. They hit more 11s than 8s. He said it cost him $10 or $11 or $12 just the other day in a practice round.
Well, we saw Connor. He's the youth recurve champ here, male recurve. And Casey, of course, finished second, women's recurve.
To an Olympian.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the
incredible.
future of our sport right there. Those two kids, and to see what's coming up in a lot of these JOAD programs across the country. Man, that was a good-looking shot. Did you see that follow through with that back arm? He exploded, and you can see the little grin on his face. He knew that was a good one. Eli missed his first arrow. He caught the 10, but he didn't hit the X. Got a little shade on his scope there.
Oh,
wow.
there it is.
Did you see that fancy follow and the arrow twirl? But his hand, with the way that his hand comes back, that nice relaxed follow through, and then the confident twirl after it.
Right back.
Trevor's not going to slide away here. He's going to make him earn this.
And that's great to see at this level. Nice follow through.
A little stall on the follow through, but it was good, and he finished. It landed well. Trevor needs an 11 here to more or less stay in the match. Might catch, but it's probably going to be a 10.
Yeah.
Trevor, congratulations. 4th place in the LAS Classic, $250. And certainly shot great throughout the weekend, earning your right to be here. Will you be here again next year?
I hope so. I hope so.
Very good. And again, where are you from?
Michigan.
Okay, very good. Well, come down from Michigan again next year. I hope the weather cooperates for us. Thank you for coming. Go ahead and step down, and the arrows will be back in a moment. Eli, it's an incredible win.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, you'd have had any pro would have had their hands full with you on that match. Nice shooting. Go ahead and step down, and we'll wait on your opponent.
Great match from Trevor and Eli there. I think Trevor, is this being his first experience, we're going to see a lot more out of him going forward. Some great matches out of him. Like to see these guys shoot this well. Coming up next here against Eli, we've got Michael Hulburt Jr.
I watched him shoot yesterday. This kid can shoot.
Really?
Can flat out shoot.
Of course, he's got the True Ball XL colors on, and this is the True Ball XL Archery Hall. This is at the Spooky Nook Sports Complex just outside of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Lancaster Archery Classic brought to you this live stream by Hoyt Archery. And if you're following scores online, the live scoring is brought to you by Dead Center Archery Products. They worked really hard with archers.com. That's RCHERZ, archers.com. You can go there and follow all the live scoring as it happens, just as we're doing right here. And if you're watching, obviously, that you're doing that through the live stream through lancasterarchery.com. And it is a YouTube channel right there. Just click it on the main page. As soon as you type that in, it'll pop right up.
How's that for a start?
Michael comes out of the gate and center punches an 11. letting Eli know that he's got his work cut out for him.
Oh, well, that's what he thinks.
Matched it. Great shot.
He gave a huge sigh right there with that one. Let's see what Michael can do.
Little tallish, but I think he'll
Rob called
probably
11.
have the 11.
Yeah.
Now, these archers have the advantage because of the technology that they have in this room, the commitment that Rob and his crew at Lancaster Archery do. These archers have the ability to glance right at their feet.
Yep.
And there's a big monitor right there, so they can look and see instantly what they've got, just to see if they need to make adjustments or need to take a look at the arrow. So
10
Michael
finish.
hits 2 10s in a row there. And we'll see if Eli can come back and drop another 11 and put a little bit of pressure on here at the end of this first match.
Looks like
That's
a
a
10.
10, so it looks like it's going to be tied going into the second end.
1 point advantage for Michael. Michael, congratulations. That first end was pretty solid.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. How old are you, Michael?
16 years old.
16 years old, and where are you from?
Indiana.
Indiana. What town in Indiana?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne. And what shop or program do you shoot with?
I shoot at Steve's Pro Shop in Legato, Indiana.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, let's talk about your gear. It looks like you're shooting a Hoyt and a True Ball XL bar. What scope and rest and bar stabilizer are you shooting?
I'm shooting Bee Stinger, Trophy Taker Rest, and a Sword Scope, I think. Yeah.
Sword scope. And what release are you shooting?
HBC.
HBC from True Ball. Very nice. Tension release. I want to note to the archers that are possibly curious, most of the archers that are shooting here in elite indoor archery are probably shooting a tension release, a tension style or hinge release. Okay. Ready to go?
So,
And we're back. Teresa's back in the booth.
hey, Chuck. So we've seen some great shooting so far from these young men.
Yeah, these guys have put on a heck of a show, and I want to correct a statement I made going away. I thought they were tied, but obviously you can see that Michael has a 1 point advantage. That was on an arrow call that I thought was probably out.
Such game face from these young archers, and just goes to show when we think about the future of the men's pro division, this is exactly what it looks like. These young men gaining a lot of composure, great coaching. Again, we've talked about George Riles, with this young man being, providing that guidance and that help. It makes a big difference.
These guys look good. I mean, they're clearly well-coached archers. And this is going to be the future of what we're looking at in any of the pro divisions or any of the elite compound divisions.
Look at that game face on Eli Hughes. I mean, this is somebody who came in there, obviously I think anybody in this world, shooting in this world-class venue, up on that stage, that raised platform, they're going to be a little bit nervous. You can't help those nerves. But Eli
33
Hughes,
for Michael there. Wow.
Eli Hughes looks remarkably composed.
Yeah, he does. You can tell he practices. 33-33 out of both of these young men.
Such great shooting.
Doesn't get any better than that. You guys look as relaxed as any pro up there. How you feeling?
Little nervous.
Man, your shots look awesome. Again, both of you look like you're shooting in the backyard, in the basement, at the range that you always shoot at. Great composure, guys. Congratulations. All right, we're getting some scores up there, and let's see. What can you tell me about your Carbon Express arrows that you're shooting? I see you're shooting CXs.
Oh, they're so forgiving. I mean, I don't know. I just threw them together. Even my 3D arrow, I shot my highest X count with, and 42, 41X.
Wow. Wow. Having importance in your gear is very important, whether that's your arrow or your sight bar or your release. And Eli, I see that you're shooting aluminum Easton arrows. You happy with those?
Yeah, going with the X23s just because they shoot really well out of my bow, so I'm really pleased.
Have you tried the big tubes? They just don't group quite as well?
I haven't tried the Easton 27s, but I tried some Black Eagles, and they just, weren't hitting as well.
Very good. You got to find a setup that works for you.
You know, Chuck, we were just hearing about the importance of finding a setup that works for you, and one of the things that Michael pointed out was that he felt his arrows were a very forgiving setup. In archery, when you use the term forgiving, we're talking about a bow, or as it works with the arrow, that if the archer makes a little bit of a mistake, the bow forgives that shot.
Yeah, it's that confidence when you make a less than perfect shot. Of course, that one lands right in the dead middle. So as archers, we know that we can't execute it 100% every single shot. So what you're hoping to do is build an arrow or build a bow. When you make a little bit less than perfect shot, it doesn't wind up out in the blue ring. You know, that it still kind of holds that 10. And that's that term forgiveness that gets thrown around in the game all the time. It's a very forgiving bow, or it's a very forgiving arrow, or a very forgiving setup. And that allows you that slight form flaw, or that slight execution flaw that doesn't penalize you. But you may not necessarily get the perfect reward. Now, you saw there with his hold, I want to go back and double check that, because that time he did not have the string to his face or his anchor to his face. And I haven't noticed that before with him. I thought he was pretty consistent with that.
Let's hear what he tells
Eli
Rob about
pops
it.
out with a 33 there. Big swing.
Eli shoots a 33, another perfect end to take the lead. Nice shooting, Eli. How'd that last shot feel?
Felt really good. Yeah, all of them felt great.
Very good. As you know, up here on stage, nerves are a hard thing to deal with, and you're going to see it with the pros too in just a little bit. I want to make note. We had a question from someone online about the Archers Advocates, the coaches that are standing back here, and how do you know Eli?
I'm his father.
And how's it feel standing up here watching him shoot?
I'm a lot more nervous than he is, I believe.
I've been there, believe me, twice.
Yes, I'm just very nervous, but I think he's doing okay.
Just here and providing some support for him.
Yeah.
That's great to see. Congratulations to you as well. Let's give them a hand. The Hughes family.
You know, when we watch these young men shoot, Chuck, one of the things we really talk about is consistency. Oh, let's hear what they have to say.
We've been close friends since there.
Very good. And the Archers Advocate is here to provide an encouraging word, remind them to stay mentally centered. Mainly, you're here for mental support, for your archer. And it's an important part of what you'll see here. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's great to give a little shout out to those guys that are standing in the back behind them, to working with them. Give them that mental support so they don't feel like they're all alone up there on the stage.
Absolutely. And we talk a lot about the importance of consistency under pressure. Compound archery is exactly that. Recurve archery is too. It's
Great shot out of Eli.
beautiful. It's a game of consistency. And so you mentioned before, Chuck, that there was this one shot where it looked like we might have had, from Michael here, we might have had a shot where it didn't look like he was necessarily fully anchored, meaning the bowstring was not in the right place on his face. And that can make the difference. Just a couple millimeters can make the difference between hitting the 11 and losing a match.
Eli is completely in a groove now. Let's see how his anchor. He does have a little bit of a floating anchor like that. See, he's shooting this arrow just the same way, and he center punches it. There's only one other archer I've seen make that work and make it work very, very well, and that's Shane Wills.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Wills has won this event in the past. We'll see him later on this afternoon, I think. That floating anchor is incredibly difficult to master, but the reason behind it is you get no face contact, no string contact, and you get no deflection there.
$450 for your finish here. Nice shooting. I mean, that's a tough match. We probably see scores like that in the pros this afternoon. 129 to 130. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of. Very nice shooting. Do you think you'll come back to the Classic again next year?
For sure.
Okay, very good. Well, congratulations. Go ahead and step on down. They'll be back with your arrows shortly. Nice shooting. Just want to note, I've been told that Eli has shot 9 clean in a row at 130. Very nice shooting. You're on a roll. How are you feeling?
Feel pretty normal. Yeah.
Well, for the rest of us, you're not shooting normal right now. You're shooting just incredibly well. Keep it up. We hope that is normal for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We've got a tough competitor coming up next for Eli Hughes. If I'm not mistaken, it's #1 seed Anthony Ferraro, who will be walking in just a moment. And Eli, who's been shooting extremely consistently, is going to have his hands a little full.
Yeah, as Rob alluded to, he's been on fire the last 3 ends. He's shot 3 perfect ends of 33s. That's 9 11s in a row. He missed 2 11s in his first end. He missed 1 11 in the last end of his first match and missed 2 in the first end of his first match. That means out of the last 8 ends, he shot 5 perfect rounds. He's going to need to keep doing that up against Anthony here. Anthony coming in a little bit cold to the stage. Obviously, he's been warming up on the practice butts over here behind us. The lighting, they've done a great job to make it perfect and as close as possible so that the guys don't need to make any adjustments coming in here. But he's coming in a little bit cold. Obviously, Anthony knows that Eli's been on fire. Eli has shot himself up from the lower bracket, the 4th place position, into this gold medal match.
And now we see that Anthony's elected to shoot first. As was his right, he did not decide to bump Eli to the other shooting platform. He decided to stay right where he was on the left side, and it works. It's a good opening shot. He sends a strong message to Eli Hughes that he is here to play. And Eli
matches it
answers.
shaft for shaft.
Beautiful shot. Really steady, lots of composure. This is grace under pressure, Chuck. Look at that. Fantastic shooting.
These young guys are as tough as any of the top pro competitors, male, female, seniors across the board. These guys are strong. Eli hits another 11.
You know, if I'm Jesse Broadwater and I'm Levi Morgan and I'm looking at this division, I'm thinking, man, I'm going to have my work cut out for me.
Wow, there's another 11. 33 out of the gate for Anthony Ferraro into this gold medal match, and let's see if Eli matches it up. Another perfect end. That's 4 perfect ends in a row. Big breath of relief there.
Nice shooting. Where are you from?
Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Scranton, Pennsylvania. Excellent, excellent. Short trip down here. Is this your first classic?
This is my 3rd.
Your 3rd classic. First time up here on the stage. How's it feeling?
A little nervous.
You're doing great. You're shooting awesome. Glad to see that. What club or shop do you shoot out of?
Knockbusters Archery in Berwick.
Knockbusters Archery in Berwick. Shout out. And who's your coach?
Rich Jackson.
Rich Jackson. He's doing a great job. You're doing a great job. How many arrows have you shot in preparation for this? Have you shot many matches like this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Very good. Very good. Okay, the arrows are coming back. We're getting ready to roll again. We've got a tie score, 33 apiece.
Just fantastic shooting from these 2 young men. So rock solid, very, very steady. Eli Hughes is being coached by George Riles IV, Griv, 60X on social media. The Archery Learning Center JOAD program, or Junior Olympic Archery Development Program, is one of the best in the country. And George really prides himself on turning out this tremendous crop of strong youth shooters. George is an award-winning coach, does seminars all over the world, and kids are really attracted to his coaching practice because of the clear passion that he brings to coaching, and it is showing in his student Eli Hughes today, along with the other ALC students that we've seen here this weekend.
George does a really good job as well with his coaching because he develops student athletes and good adults. One of the key things I've noticed about all of the kids he coaches, the young men, the young women, he focuses them towards life itself first and archery second. You have to be a good human. You have to be a good person.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you have to involve archery into that program. So he leads it the right way. He's building tremendous young ambassadors for our game, and they're great shooters. Now, we saw Eli missed his first 11 there but backed it up with a 32.
Looks like one of the new Hoyts. And True Ball Excel sight. Shrewd scope. Trophy taker drop away arrow rest. And Hoyt fuse bars. And what kind of release are you shooting?
HBC.
True Ball HBC release. Again, a hinge tension release. Very nice. You guys look like the most relaxed pair of guys we've had up here. It's incredible, the poise that you guys have. How you feeling, Eli?
I feel a lot more relaxed than I thought I would be, so it's good.
Same distance, same target as home. That's the magic of this game.
Yep.
All right. Very good. They had some close arrows to call this end, trying to make final determination to make it official. As of right now, it looks like we might have a 1-point lead for Eli, 65-64. Eli, it'll be your choice. Shoot first or second.
I think I'm going to go with first.
Oh, just been told officially that it is tie score. So that came down to an error call, evidently. So who had the lead? Did he? Yes. He was the top-ranked archer coming in. Do you choose first or second? I apologize. First. Okay.
Anthony Ferraro shooting first on this next end, and just remarkable composure from these two young men. You could see the score is tied, and at this point, it is truly anyone's game. One arrow can really make the difference, Chuck.
Yeah, it's all going to be about execution and training right here. A little bit of a float there from him, but he catches the bottom of the X well inside the 10. It's nowhere near a bad shot at all.
Ooh, that could hurt a little bit.
That's a huge. Now, thankfully, that could, well, it's a 2-point swing based on what we're looking at for scoring now.
Strong shot, 11
Solid
points.
11. He's going to keep the pressure on here. Eli knows he's got to fall back into his groove, start hitting 11s, shoot his shot. That looked much more comfortable.
So the question here, Chuck, is, we see archers get a little unnerved. They make one, shot that's a little so-so, or not. They're not too happy with it. How they recover is about how they win a match.
That's a 33 out of Anthony, and Eli really needs to catch up here before the match gets out of hand. Probably going to be a 10. Now, we've talked about this earlier. Might be a run out of gas thing. We'll see how it goes.
And looked awesome. 33. Looks like you're starting to relax up here. You feeling pretty good?
Yeah, feeling pretty good now.
Very good. Very good. Well, any other tournaments you're going to be doing this winter?
Vegas and Indoor Nationals.
Indoor Nationals in Cincinnati, NFAA?
Yeah. Yes.
Very good. Very good. How long have you been shooting, and how old are you?
4 years, and I'm 16.
16 years of age. Let's give Anthony a hand. 16 years old. Up here on stage, shooting 33, 32, 33. And Eli, how old are you?
I just turned 17.
Just turned 17. There we go. These are the pros of the future.
And a 4-point lead there now for Anthony coming into this last end. Anthony knows he just basically has to hit 10s, hold it together, doesn't have to over-execute, shoot his shot, and keep it all together. Eli, on the other hand, knows he cannot miss. He has got to shoot a 33 to stay into this match unless something really tragic happens on the other side of the line.
Absolutely, Chuck. And right now we're going to see hopefully another nice strong shot from Anthony. Look at the way he draws that bow back. He's very steady on the hold. There's not a lot of movement there.
No, he looks really, really, really good at this shot.
And that floating anchor point really, he's not floating. We've seen a lot of matches today.
Great comeback. That might catch the 11, but they're calling it a 10 on the board.
He is not looking happy, Chuck.
Not happy about that. He knows the match is slipping away. At this point, he's got to just execute and hope for the best.
11.
Anthony getting a little tentative on that release. It didn't follow through like he has been.
Slight opportunity here for Eli to just clean it up and make sure he shoots some 11s.
Got 10 out just low.
And
He
you
looks
have,
really frustrated that that didn't catch the 11. You
You-
can see it in his face. He felt like it was a good shot that just didn't land well.
you have to feel for Eli Hughes a little bit here, Chuck, although Anthony,
There's a 10.
not taking anything away from Anthony, clearly beautiful shooting from him. He knows he's got this match. But Eli has shot tremendously well all day, and things came off the rails just a little
Great
bit in this
finish.
last end.
Love to see him hit that 11 at the end.
Great shooting.
Great confidence builder walking out.
Silver medal, second place, and $700 in the LAS Classic. I hope you come back next year, Eli. How you feeling? Nice shooting, whole way through. Very, very tough opponent here.
I feel pretty good. I'm happy. Yeah.
Very good. Well, look forward to seeing you again next year. Anthony, incredible shooting. A match at looks like a match at 130. 2 points off perfect. Again, that would be competitive in the pro class this afternoon. How you feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Well, congratulations. $1,250 and a gold medal in the LAS Classic.
It was a great match from these young men.
Fantastic.
Love to watch that stuff.
Yes.
I'm super glad that I'm going to be a senior here very soon.
Little
and
nervous
not
about
have
those
to shoot
guys.
against these guys when they break
Yeah.
up into the men's bracket. Those guys are going to be. It's amazing to see this young batch of
Yes.
of shooters that are coming up through. We saw it with a women's recurve. We saw it with every match with the young people this weekend. We're really going to put the pressure on. It goes to really show the advancements in the technology with the equipment and the coaching and everything else. We're going to be back here in just a couple of minutes at the Lancaster Archery Classic, the Trueball Axel Archery Hall, the Spooky Nook Sports Complex, Lancaster Archery Classic 2017. This is the Hoyt live stream broadcast with live scoring brought to you by Dead Center Archery Products. Chuck Cooley alongside of Teresa Johnson. We will be back with the men's open division